My name is Deanne and I'm going to be explaining the directional terms. Caitlin here is going to be my model for the demonstration. So first we're starting with right and left. The right means the right side of the body. So for example, the right arm. Then we have left. This means the left side of the body. An example of this would be the left arm or the left leg. Next we have inferior and superior. So inferior is anything below another part of the body. So an example of inferior would be the mouth is inferior to the nose. Superior is above. This is anything above another part of the body. So for example, your eyes are superior to your nose. Next we have anterior and posterior. So anterior is referring to any part of the body that is in the front, and posterior is referring to anything towards the back of the body or behind something. So an example of anterior towards the front of the body would be like your throat is anterior to your spinal cord. Posterior would be anything towards the back. So an example of this would be your skull is posterior to your eyes. Next we have dorsal and ventral. Dorsal is anything towards the back of the body. For example, the spinal cord is dorsal to your rib cage. Ventral is anything towards the belly or in the middle of your body. An example of that would be your rib cage or any organ inside your rib cage is ventral to your spinal cord. Next we have proximal and distal. Proximal is anything near another attachment, and distal would be a joint further from another attachment. So an example of proximal would be your wrist is proximal to your elbow. An example of distal would be your hip bone is distal from your ankle. Next we have lateral and medial. For lateral, we wrote side. This is meaning anything to the side of your midline or farther out from your midline. Medial means middle, which would mean anything towards the middle or closer to the middle of your midline. So an example of lateral would be your shoulder is lateral to your chest bone. An example of medial would be your nose is medial to your eyes. Lastly, we have superficial and deep. Superficial means anything external. This is anything on the outside or surface of your body. Deep is anything internal, which means on the inside or deeper inside your body. So an example of superficial could be that your hair is external from your scalp. And then an example of deep or something internal would be your liver and pancreas is deep to your rib cage. That concludes the demonstration for the directional terms. Thank you for watching.